Hey, what's up? I know this is going to be the edgiest video I've ever done. So put on your Linkin Park, kids. This is the time for Edgemaster Matter Max. No, actually, I want to preface that as I know it's going to kind of come off edgy, but this is something for me. I really enjoy reading about older mechanical things, especially like turn of the century, the 1900s, stuff like that. Triple expansion boilers, steam engines, all that stuff just fascinates me. And what this is why I said it's going to sound edgy is the difference in our belief in safety as a people, and individuals as well. The other day my car battery died. No big deal, right? Well, it's a light car, manual transmission. I said screw it. Got out, gave it a nice roll from 1 foot, the driver's seat, popped the clutch, car worked, drove it, got a battery, problem solved. I told people this because nobody was around to jump me. And they were like, why wouldn't you just go have a battery delivered so you didn't have to do that? That sounds dangerous. It's not safe. Why would you even jump a car? And it shocked me. This was people in my own age group were like saying, why would you jump a car if you even had that option? And I gave it a pop start. Like, you can actually, if you really get it rolling, you don't even need a working starter. Not that I've science or anything. But it's so surprising to see, like, and you read about those older races in the 20s and things like that for boats, and they're exploding all the frickin' time, and cars are dying out on the Indianapolis Speedway, and people are driving by them, and they're trying to pop start them themselves, where you have 30 other cars coming careening down at you. The late 1800s, they were still putting sails on warships just in case, and more so also to help preserve coal before things switched over to oil, but that's another story. But it just really surprises me to like read about these older technologies, and how people just were like, yeah, you know what, there's a good chance this might blow up, but we'll do it anyway. And it seems, I don't want to, as I said, the edgy part of this is going to come out now, but it seems that we kind of slowed down our growth as a species and technologically. You know, could we have 100,000 horsepower car that gets 80 miles per gallon if we were more willing to blow ourselves up? You think, would you get 5-star crash ratings if your car was made out of something super aerodynamic and you had some sort of Teflon body? But it just kind of is interesting to me to see like such a gradual advancement, but at the same time it's such a fast pace throughout what humanity is. I mean, there's people around who living today who probably hadn't seen a car till high school. I mean, they've been around for over 120, 30 years roughly, but if you want to get into the argument of what is a car, and I'm only picking cars because it's an easy example that most people can relate to, and unless you're a complete geek, you don't really understand how trains work in the 1800s. I mean, to be fair, neither do I, and I'm a geek. But there was just such like a less regard for life, but at the same time, obviously safety's always been a paramount to us as a species. And I want to say, like, probably my guess, something about it is outside of the way we viewed that and the technology of, like, we need new tech, period. So I think more so that our medical technology has taken people from injured to dead to safe. You can lose an arm and you can be okay. I mean, we've had amputations for a long period of time, but I mean, our medical technology, I think, is probably a really big factor in that, is infections are not a big deal anymore. It used to be, you had a piece of shrapnel from a boiler exploding. Might as well write that person off. Now, you pop one pill and you're good. It's pretty amazing. But I'm just kind of rambling, and that's my thought, but it just really surprises me for how fast and how far we've grown. It seems like we've put another paramount ahead of us instead of this like growth of knowledge and growth of technology and growth of advancement, to put like our growth as a people or our growth as safety. So, it's kind of a surprising thing to me to see, like, now we can do computer modeling, and like if it works 6 out of 10 times, why don't we do it? And back in the day, if it worked 2 out of 10 times, they would physically build the damn thing and hope for the best. And I'm not saying this in any way to put down the way they did things back then. I'm sure they had their reasonings or anything, and not to look at a fault of really today, which I understand why safety is a paramount for us as a species. So, sorry, not that edgy. I'm saying screw bumpers. But it's just kind of a neat thing to like look at and think about for me, that we've really, and you know, there's the old joke about if computers advanced as fast as cars, or I'm sorry, vice versa, you know, we would have a car gets 200 miles per gallon and goes 900 horsepower. So I think like we're doing more obviously with the theoretical math and things like that you can apply to electronics, and our computing power is gonna run out soon. We're gonna have to do things with quantum computing, things like that, which are this whole crazy new field. But I don't know. It just kind of surprises me that this we've had this rush for the past 150 years in the Industrial Revolution. It's like just build it, learn, grow, faster, and now we're like put the brakes on it, where we still have that drive in us, but at the same time we're like, I kind of want to keep all my fingers on my hand, you know. But that's kind of all I wanted to say. Just a little philosophical musing, and you can turn your Lincoln Park off now. Okay, have a good one.